So I want to figure this out. Hey, there wasn't. Oh, remember I couldn't find it. It flew up behind the bicycle wheel. You could see it in the video. It went up behind the bicycle wheel. I never did find the other chopstick, and I have to unbend this one here. That was quite a little gig. Well, I don't usually get to practice in here. Pretty frustrating. Yeah, I could put a little. Oh, there's the bent one. Oh, that's really bent. Let's fix that. Where am I to get it from? Said the woman. The entire day. The tramp was a clever fellow. Poor old granny, he said. Yeah, I could put a little rig around these like this. That might be nice to do. Put a little rubber ring like that on there, so I get instead of get a tighter one like this. I might do that. Not a bad idea. So anyway, what I'd like to figure out here is see how far that opens. That's too far. I don't want it to open that far. But at the same time, I don't want it to open not far enough. I want it to just get to the point where they're just touching, just sizzling. I don't want to have to play with the hi-hat pedal. I want to feather the hi-hat pedal. I don't like stepping up and down with that foot. That's how I play. Or want to play, I guess. I don't know. I've never really been allowed to really play. But yeah, this has rivets in it, which is a cool sound. That's why I don't want it to open all the way. Because it's a 15-inch hi-hat. And, oh, I see. When the weight sits on this, it goes down a little. Uh-oh, it locked in there for some reason. Why? Something's going on there. Something's wrong with the spring or something. Just dropped completely there. Well, I gotta figure out what's wrong with it. So, this part goes on the top. Put that there. And then this one come off. Take that off. Yeah. It's pretty heavy for a hi-hat. So this one, even a little heavier. But it's got rivets in it. And when it's barely opened, right? When it just opens like this, it gives a nice trashy sound. And it's very washy and it doesn't sound or feel overpowering. Yeah, the spring just stopped working. Oh yeah, this is old, man. This is an old one here. Spurlock. Ludwig Spurlock. Patent pending, which now the spring just re-engaged. Oh, I can feel what's happening. All right, see? It's stuck, and then it's getting stuck on something right in here. I did have to cut this down a little, I remember, which I didn't want to do because it was a vintage thing, but I did it with a pipe cutter, and I don't remember what I did or how I did it. Maybe it's where it screws together here, because I know it screws together. Nope, see, it's getting locked up in there somewhere. So there's only one way to find out. Oh yeah, here's the tilt. That's good to know. That's my tilt to make it wash so that it like I want it, so it never really opens. I don't want it to. I don't like the clomp. I like the, like almost like stack cymbal sound. Stacked, not stacks. Stacked. So take this off and see where this is hanging up. hanging up there. Here's the knuckle in the middle. That's all I can think of. Let's see. Yep, that's got to be it. When I was young, someone showed me how to take this apart. I guess they knew someday it would be given back to me. See this thing here, and then it's getting caught on this piece. It's getting caught on this piece here. I can solve that probably with a little filing. Wow, that's a tight fit though, isn't it? Maybe it needs some grease in there too. That wouldn't hurt. A little grease in there, that's pretty tight. But when it's coming down here like this, yep, see? And then it's getting caught like that and not going straight back up in there. All right, so I can see what things would help. First of all, this needs to be greased. Second of all, this needs to be filed round. So I will unscrew this out of there. It is a little bent, isn't it? Not a big deal. Okay, so it's a lot better. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. Yeah, right. Now this is going to need to be greased because it's kind of tight, which I don't mind putting some grease in there. It's not a bad idea. I have really good grease. And this here, this is where the problem is. That's where it's hanging. That's exactly where it's hanging up. I can feel the rough edges where it's been hitting. I'll be right back. Yeah, I've been really sick. I'm trying to get well. Physically sick, not mentally sick, and I'm tired of people saying that nonsense. This is the grease I have. I just keep it in here with rags. But I'm not gonna. What is that? Some piece of plastic I was saving. So what I'm gonna do here. This is pretty simple. I can vacuum this off. Hold on a minute. Now everything's contaminated. This is where it's hanging up right here. Let's see if this one's a little more aggressive. I really don't have a proper vise anymore to hold it. Yeah, that's working. See how it's shining there? So I'm going to take, it's octagonal. Is it octagonal? 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. I think, no, it's hexagonal. Uh-oh, careful, that's my finger. I don't want that filed off. I need that. I'm saving my finger for later. I'll give it a little turn here. So you kind of hear where it hangs up right there, where it gets a little rougher sounding. Oh yeah, it's totally gonna work. I hope. Famous music was recorded on this drum set. Can't tell you which. put the K-Own beater on it because I wanted a softer, more easier way. I thought I could find a softer, easier way with all the earnestness at my command. With all the earnestness at my command, I thought I could find a softer, easier way. So all possible hang-up points being eliminated here. I don't know if I've eliminated them or made it worse, but I think hopefully I've eliminated them. Feels a little sharper around these edges now. Can't really do like that and kind of roll it like that. Don't play the drum with that, it'll split. Yeah, these are old heads here. Old Ludwig heads, old ones. Not original to the drum set, I'm sure, but really old nonetheless. Well, it's not hanging up on that easily. Now, the problem I'm having here, and I really don't want to load this up with grease. Now, see, that's hanging up there, but it's not going to once this rod is on there. Nope, it's not. The only place it would hang up is going back up, not going down at all, only going up. And I think that's been solved. See, it's not going to hang up here because the rod will be in there and it'll keep it centered. It would only hang up coming back up, which holds the weight of the thing, of the thingamajig, thingamajigabob. Yeah, I taped the rubber feet on here because they like to disappear. So I taped them on there. Someone can help me fix that better. I appreciate it. All right, now this is where it's tight in here. So you don't want to put too much grease where I don't require it, but I'll tell you where I'm going to put it. Seems to me to be necessary. Automotive marine grease, extra heavy duty. Ooh, I smelled it. Ooh, it smells like an automotive shop. It's the green stuff, yeah, not the red stuff, the green stuff. All right, so what I am going to do, even though this is made to be portable, I'm going to pretend that it's not, and just go ahead and caulk it up with grease here, all around there like I ought to. Little duck sitting on the water doing what I ought to. Oh, wele hunga wele, oh, mili hunga wanga lele. You notice that? How many people would go on my practice page and tell me what a crazy person I supposedly was, but they don't follow up with it with any logic and they don't use their real names. They're just harassers, right? It's horrible, right? So I need to approximate where this is going to be so I don't over grease it. But most of the grease is going to stay inside, so I probably could just go ahead and be a little hardy with it here. I'd probably go ahead and grease most of this pole, right? I don't guess it needs to be, but I also guess it's not going to hurt, right? I would say it's not going to hurt. It'd be nice to grease that spring, but I don't know where it is in there. All right, and then I'll just push a little grease into here like that. Might as well clean my fingers off with it, right? Put it in there. Well, I guess you can kind of see what I'm doing. All right, and then what I want to do, then what they do is, bam, kick it up a notch. All right. Through the hole you go. There it is. Oh, so I already feel the effect of the grease. Smoothing it right out. All right. Close that. Whoa. A little bit on the far side there. Leave it stuck up here for a minute until I can clean off everything. I really don't want to use one of my clean washcloths. No, thank you. I'll use this thing. First things first. And put this kind of where I want it. I want it down low, bro. I like my hi-hat down low. I don't know about y'all's is. Hey, look. Problem solved, right? It worked. Wow, it's as smooth as silk, bro. All right. I don't know how smooth silk is, but it must be smooth because this is it. All right. Take all that extra grease off there. Don't need it. Don't want it. Tighten this little wing nut up here. I'm going to go lower than that, but not yet. Well, I was keeping this out because I might want to degrease that bottom piece, but this is the one that was in the magazine article. You can hear it recorded on the Zeppelin recordings, squeaking the whole time. This is it. Well, I don't know. You'd have to run it through a database and do a pedalofacial or a skeletal facial recognition on it. I mean, who cares, right? I'm telling you, it's a famous drum set. I'm not stupid. What do I know? I had a famous guitar. I had a couple famous guitars. Yeah, I had that copper one that was in the Jimi Hendrix photo. Yes, I did have that one. Hold on, I gotta go get something to clean up here. 1 second, please. Trying to hurry up because I'm hoping that the so-called controllers of the so-called world are going to let the video finish so I can show my children how I fix this old drum set and appreciate it. Like I should, right? All right, the bottom one goes on there first. Rivets go on top. That's where I want them. And this does have a tilt, which I didn't realize. Now I do. All right, so before I go too far, I can already tell you that for me, that's too high. When I play the drums, I like to be able to, that's too high. It's way too high. I like to have everything just super low economy of motion, whatever. Like I don't want to have to work for it. Oh, wow. See, that goes all the way down. That's hitting something. Oh, no, it's hitting my, what is that? Oh, it's a piece that I made there. Right, but this is going over the spring. Is the spring what was, yes. The spring is what was catching here. So it is deeper inside there, where it's getting hung up down here at the bottom. See, as long as it's up far away from there. So that would mean I need to cut this down. Oh man, I really didn't want to cut it. I will. I didn't want to, but I will. I gotta cut this down. Need a pipe cutter, but I gave my pipe cutters away to somebody who could be a plumber with them. So the problem is down low. Well, maybe I'll cut it later so I can get it down lower. See, that's where it's hanging up. Now, if I bring this up higher, it does not hang up. At what point does it hang up? Almost down to where I have it. But I don't like that. Am I able to see what's in there? I really don't want to take this grease off of here. I'm trying to put it there very neatly without getting grease all over the place. See if I can see what's going on here. Inside, it's inside here. Whatever's attached to this piece right here, the spring that's in here is what's hitting. Without cutting that piece. Yeah, because I already did cut this piece and then pounded the top back on. I actually cut this one down lower. I had to because, I mean, it's low. I don't want the hi-hat way hop higher than my cymbals, you know. That makes no sense to me. I'm not really a rocker. I do like rock and roll, but I'm wondering how to access this spring. How exactly is it accessed? I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to get to that spring. See, all of this is riveted on there. It looks like this holds it in place, kind of, sort of. But there's something else to it. There's a spring down in there. I don't know if anybody has any advice. I appreciate it, other than cutting that piece. But it looks like when I get around to it, that's what I'm going to have to do. Because I really don't want it any higher, but I didn't want to cut it if I didn't have to. You know what I mean? You want to know? Ah, man, I'm in pain. I don't feel good at all. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Get in there, you. Well, let's see if I can figure out how far I can get away with without it doing that. Oh, right there, it's not doing it.